is up and running. Let's get it going. Badoop! The Turnabout Sisters. Yes, let's get started here. I don't think I'm going to be doing voices anymore because it tore up my throat, and I'm not exactly good with my throat being torn up at the start of my day. So I'm just going to read it as my own voice for the most part. I might end up doing some voices, but not a whole lot. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Times like this, you have to move to the office. That smell. Blood. Huh? Sub. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Move my microphone away a little bit, just a tad. Who are you? She collapsed. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Gotta examine some stuff. It's encrusted with dry blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Made by Larry Butts. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Oh, this one right here. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Alright, and then press Q to slide over here. Right, I'd better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. She must be calling the police for me. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice, luxurious place. Okay. The Fay & Co. ledger book. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Gonna have to move. Moving over here is the next move. Gasp! That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right here on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? Wow. It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Present the attorney's badge. Oh. You've never seen this before, huh? Boing. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. Yes! That's my name! Well, why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Alright, I'm Detective Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder, see? It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want any of you... Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? See? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek! This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name, see?
Killer? I'm not...
Case closed! You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What?
And just like that, Maya was arrested. Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning, and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I could not sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Oh my god. I actually look like a human being now instead of just a silhouette. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal.
Oh. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Ohio! She looks tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought...
It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard of what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How did it go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Huh, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fears in the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who I go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said.
Um,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
no, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia,
I know.
I'm gonna present my attorney's badge. Maybe this time she'll be more accepting. I just showed it to you last night. Let's talk about Maya. There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes.
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training. What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training.
A spirit medium. I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence.
Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Yeah.
Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things.
Your cell phone. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh,
Actually, that reminds me, that sentence there reminded me. I wonder if they fixed some of the, some of the typos from translating.
I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Tell me about spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too.
I had no idea. Wait.
What?
So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium, with ESP and all that.
Yes, in training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Huh. Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor?
Sure.
This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I could call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
I guess I have no choice. Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
Excuse me. Say, what about your parents?
They're dead. They're really dead. Deader than dead.
I see. Deader than dead. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you. Tomorrow, the trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Backspace. And then we're gonna move over here. Right. Right, oh then. Wow, that drawing looks pretty good now. I can see all the fine details. I don't even think I noticed the dog here before. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Look at that painting. Look at that painting. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. What is this? No clues here. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Look at that carpet. Look at that carpet. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Righto. September 6th. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Huh, I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... The suede shoes? Gumtree. No. I'll be polite. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on! That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal! Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. All the little intricacies. Oh, you actually have solid eyes. So that means that the reason why Maya and Mia's eyes look a little funky is because they're spirit mediums. Got it. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Here, I'll prove it. Present my attorney's badge. What's that? Oh. Okay. Talk. About Miss Fay, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Yes. Now don't you go give me that look of there. Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. And the time of death was 9 p.m. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal. This is one trial you aren't going to win. Lies. I will win this trial. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He'd probably feel some pretty pain if you punch him in the face. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. God, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. Ooh, my microphone. I keep hearing my breath get blown into it. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Back. Present. this memo. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says, the Steel Samurai Warrior of New Old Age Tokyo. The Steel Samurai? That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Receive the cell phone. I guess I've asked all the questions I need. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. What witness? Oh, that witness? Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness. Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? You're trying to your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not going outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Oh, backspace, not tab. Oops, nope. We're gonna move. I guess to the Gatewater Hotel. What's this screwdriver sticking out of this here drawer? Room 303. Well, you look completely different. And what is wrong with your neck? What is wrong with your neck? I'm sorry, your neck is distracting me.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting and I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of a beautiful witness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. What do we have here? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! Hey, hey! What are you doing? No touching!
Oh, nice. I can really... I mean, it was noticeable before in the little sprites, but... Gosh, that looks good.
Oh, bad boy! You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder I wonder what could be inside that drawer. Certainly not the screwdriver. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh, observe. Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, I'm just doing my job here.
Tee-hee, you know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Well, Wright, blush harder. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no, tee-hee, and you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. This room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what an amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers, humph.
Oh boy. Well, time to move on. Let's see if Mr. Grausberg is in. Seems like Mr. Grausberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Ho ho! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. I forgot to show April May my lawyer badge. Ugh. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grausberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me tell me why you won't take the case. I'll take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia entrusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Grumble, grumble, I think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. How about that painting? That's quite a painting. Ah, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hats. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Well, time to head to the detention center and tell Maya. September 6th, 3:42. Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened?
He said he won't represent you, and he doesn't think any lawyer in this town will represent you.
You don't mean he refused to help?
Erp.
I see. I've been abandoned then.
But, I'm a lawyer, see? I'm showing it to you now, so you do know you've seen it before. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then, I found her, my sister. She was dead.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Your family. What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. I told you this before. He's deader than dead. And I don't know where my mother is. She's also probably deader than dead.
Don't know? So she could still be alive?
No, I just said deader than dead.
Your mother.
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he killed someone. He ruined our mother's lives.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain.
Okay. So you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers.
I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Who's your mom's enemy? So, who was this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police were convinced my mother to... They convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow. So what happened?
The case was solved. We thought...
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent.
What?
The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White.
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
You're not getting a state-appointed lawyer. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well... someone else is the culprit. You aren't the culprit, someone else is.
How do you know?
I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior. Was that all an act? She didn't even have a kitty face. And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know. I've been there a long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you. Sniffle, sniff. I promise I won't cry.
I forgot to present her cell phone to her. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Out of here.
Right, thank you.
Phew, she smiled at least. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Like a murder weapon. By the way, here's your cell phone. Oh. Delete. 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 Yep. Backspace. I meant to present that. Hey, I got your cell phone back.
Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice?
Beep. Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks.
Thank you.
Oops. We're going to move to the hotel. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you have no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Oh, I almost forgot. Gah! You came back quick! Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name?
White. That was his name, my sister told me. Enjoy your flashback.
White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be the coincidence? I think not. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Gasp! What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There is definitely something suspicious about Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy, still here?
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Last time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Previously on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. September 7th, 10 a.m. Courtroom number 1. Oh, we're not even going to go to the waiting room. The defendant's lobby.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
I had an Edgeworth voice in my head for so long.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir! I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir!
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir! Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body...
I'm sorry. I had a bit of an immature moment as soon as that started flashing on the screen.
The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir! The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir! It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in the girl's hands, sir! This court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Cool. Floor plans edit court record.
Now, detective. Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct?
Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as I got the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this?
When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh.
Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Is something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Rush to the scene. There were 2 people there already. Maya and the Phoenix. I immediately arrested Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness says Miss Maya Fey at the moment of the murder. Press. Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Uh-huh. Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. What about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes! Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There is something I should have told you about...
on my tongue.
There is something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. More accurately, if you please.
Hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. The lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
I know, I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Slurpity slurp slurp. Let's see here. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. I must have skipped over it. Also, blood on the before she died. Before she died. I'd like to present this autopsy report to say it was instantaneous death. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying? Can I do something? I just want to piece of paper and it's just like... Oh, you didn't slap it another time. I just wanted to do that. I kind of wanted to do that just in sync with him. That really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, detective.
But backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Oh, I can actually see the string around the... Oh! Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She was hit over the head with the clock. The thinker.
She died immediately.
But... No butting your way out of this one, detective.
Order! 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 The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? Pretty sure it was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
Oh, I always love it when he does that one. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I like doing that. I did this one once.
The detective's a sham!
Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a falsy report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service, wink.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Ah, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's not even doing a full kitty face and she's already got everybody stunned. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th? September 5, when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. Tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Oh, hello. Hello again. I must say I did like your little Doki Doki Literature Club avatar there.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little itsy bitsy little teeny weeny thing. Wink.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
Excuse me, wait a minute, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Duh. I'll gladly proceed with the cooperate. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, let's see here. Yes, let's press this issue. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. But I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Please do the eye twitch. I love the eye twitch. I always love eye twitches of anger.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this. I mean...
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Wait, eye twitch. Yay! There you go. Eye twitching. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way on the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Rawr! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her. Witness's account. Take 2.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged to the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does that accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee.
I forgot the judge's voice for a second, man.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Yes, you were a little too detailed this time, Miss May. Let's see here. Just doing a quick save here. Drop that down. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm supposed. What presenting? Present tab. You mean this? Yeah. Okay, that was correct. Sometimes I get a little. I forget some of the little exact presentation of evidence. Miss May. What you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Erp!
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Order! Order!
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh,
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room, hee hee.
The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder take... Brain, stop reading faster than I can speak. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it could not have rung. Your Honor, remember, members of the court, is inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look right now.
Oh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is, as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May, what? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clockwork was removed is this cell phone. Or rather, the recording on it. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh ho, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! Order!
The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Wow, I like this look too. I always... It's always nice to see Edgeworth off guard. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. That good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry.
September 5, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yup. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Ba-dum. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse then. Oh, excuses not on sale today. Okay. Bring on the eye twitch.
What's it to you, Porcupine Head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did, tee-hee. Wink.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard.
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
The wiretap. Have a look at this.
That's
I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove that one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the recording yet again. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
I...
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that? It? Is that it?
I don't remember her crying ever. But yeah, I guess she cries. That did it. The court's seen the real April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tapping her irrelevant?
Gah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
Well, this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course I can, and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Humph! Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Ice coffee.
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Let me get a drink, because my throat is getting hurt.
So, where does that leave us?
It is in my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on this current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with that killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy. Then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition, of course. Because if you give up, she's guilty. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Humph. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witnesses to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir.
Miss May's room service.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Press. What exactly is it you do at the hotel?
Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally.
Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions.
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then?
As for iced coffee... 9 o'clock on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9 o'clock, the time of the murder. Precisely 9 o'clock then.
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy! Tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir.
Why would she be so particular about the time? You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, she favored me with an embarrasser, sir.
Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please wait!
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all.
Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? I get the feeling like no matter what choice you make here, it's always going to lead to the same thing. I think room service? Tell me again about room service.
Again, sir? At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall.
I see. Wait. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skip on the ice, sir.
What? What did he say? What did you say?
Rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Oof! You fool! I'm just disappointed I can't view like the whole thing because, you know, you got to have this thing here. Oh well. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it were too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
Oof! Upstart amateur! These accusations are ludicrous!
Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and the defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all for today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
(2:24 p.m.) Wow, almost 4.5 hours. Defendant lobby number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see. But I got a great
lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss Fey. Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis,
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record.
The victim dodged right, then ran to the right. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck.
I don't know how much good this will all do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. To be continued. Yeah. Yep. Save. Right here. Kadoosh. Back. Alright, I will be bringing it to a close here. So, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all who stopped by. And as always, ciao for now. Ciao for now. Bye-bye. So long. Ta-ta. Adios.